Hello, welcome back to another episode of Time Capsule Diner. I'm your host Jason. I'll be doing another mukbang for you guys and another story time. This one's going to be a supernatural story time. This is all the weird going ons that I can't explain that have happened in my 42 years of life. So for the food, I have Wendy's, and it says it's hot and crispy guaranteed. Now it's not hot and steamy like Nikocado would say. And I got something kind of special for it. I got 10-piece nuggets. Stick them on my plate so you guys can see that. And with the specialness, I got the ghost pepper ranch sauce. Looks like that. So I'm going to be trying that. I like spicy things. I'm going to see how spicy that is. So the meal came with fries. Got those. Okay. And I also got a barbecue bacon, what was it?
Burger.
It's barbecue bourbon bacon burger. That's kind of like a tongue twister, yeah. My wife was helping me with that barbecue bourbon bacon burger. Now it's supposed to have cheese, onion straws, the like Kentucky bourbon sauce, and pickles. So we'll see. We'll show you guys. And I don't think there's any pickles on it. Nope, no pickles.
And every time I've ever got it, they don't put pickles on it.
They always forget the pickles. I'm a fan of pickles, especially with barbecue and stuff. Bacon's crispy. Pretty good. Fries are a little soggy because I warm it up. I work on second. So it's all an illusion. It's all not actually hot. It's hot, but I mean it's not all fresh per se. All I smell is mayonnaise. Strong, like sour mayonnaise. I don't smell any spice. Paprika. So far, I'm not getting any ghost pepper. Let's see. Dip one of my nuggets. Ghost pepper builds. It's like a whole mouth-warm type thing going on. If you look, like there's little pieces of stuff in there. It's kind of hard to see. There's little flakes and whatnot. It tastes like a zesty mayonnaise. Let's try the barbecue bourbon bacon burger. Yeah, I'll try that. It looks a lot smaller. You know, the pictures on the internet like show it like this. Pretty good. The fries are a little floppy. I'm gonna try them in this ghost pepper sauce though. Yeah, it's bland, and my heat tolerance is down right now, but it's kind of bland.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, I figured I'd try it. I like to try a lot of new things, see if it's, you know, as hot as they say it is, or it's spicy, or whatever. So, I got some different things that happened to me. As far as like ghosts go, I don't really believe in ghosts because the Bible doesn't say that ghosts exist. It says it's not possible. However, angels and demons are. So, maybe it's, you know, angels coming back to reassure loved ones, you know, whatever, maybe that's what it is, or demons trying to trick you. You know, use the Ouija board and talk through somebody like that you loved. Yeah, that's what I think it could be. Now, as far as aliens go, I'm kind of on the fence on that one. I've seen stuff that doesn't really fall in the realm of angels and demons. They don't. One of the first things that ever happened to me was probably like 5 or 6. We slept upstairs on the 2nd floor, and we had bunk beds. And I had the top bunk. My younger brother had the bottom bunk. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I look over the bunk, and there's a really tall white figure just staring at me, like where it has a hood on. And I can't see his face, but he's glowing. Like, it's night, it's dark, but he's glowing, and I see it. Now, I was pretty young. I was like 5 or 6, so I don't really remember. This could have been a dream. Could have been, because I wasn't up. I didn't get out of bed. I just was like, shocked and hid under the covers, and then, I remember it's day the next day. So that could have been a dream. But that was kind of weird, because when I was like probably 15 or 16, I came downstairs to go use the restroom, because we didn't have one upstairs. When I came down there, my mom was sleeping on the couch because my dad was sick. Normally, they slept separate because, like, my dad had restless leg syndrome. So at night, his feet would do this. He would normally sleep on the couch, but he was sick, so he's sleeping in the bed. My mom was sleeping on the couch, and the TV was left on. So I see a light when I came down the stairs, and I look, and a big dark figure, not a white one, but a hooded dark figure, was like hovering over her, like bent over, almost like a Dementor off of Harry Potter. Is what it looks like. But this was before Harry Potter ever existed. Or like the Grim Reaper would look, And it looks almost like it's trying to like suck the life out of her, like a Dementor would do. I tried to scream, and nothing came out of my mouth. And I was fully awake. And so when I went to scream, it like, looked at me like all crazy like, and just kind of like melted into the shadows of the living room. So yeah, that was pretty scary. And I waited a while, made sure it was gone. Woke my mom up, and she said she was having a nightmare, which, possibly, she was half awake even during it. Used the restroom, went back to bed. Another time, I was probably 17 or 18. I was in my bed. We had separate bedrooms at that time, because my sisters moved out. And I'm just sitting there, and I wake up and it's daylight, and I try to get out of bed. And every time I move, I'm getting electrocuted, like almost like sleep paralysis. I can't move, but I get electrocuted when I try to move. And I'm like screaming and yelling, like, leave me alone. And finally I break through, like, and I was able to get up. I couldn't turn my head or anything. I don't tell my brother what happened. He said something weird happened to me this morning. I was like, what? And he described exactly what happened to me happened to him. So, was it demons trying to mess with us? Was it, was there aliens doing experiments and we woke up too fast after they put us back? Like you get abducted by aliens, My mom always thought she was getting abducted by aliens. She's kind of, out there in her beliefs. But I think she had demons. Because she messed with the Ouija board when she was about 16. And, they say they can open up a doorway to, demons messing with you. So that's a possibility of what happened, you know. That's what I'm thinking. Now, another one off my last mukbang I forgot about, but almost like it fits to this, is I was 5 years old and I had to get ear tubes and my adenoids took out because I snored a lot. I had trouble breathing, and everything's connected. You know, your nose and your ears are all connected. So I had this procedure done. They put me under general, anesthesia. I was out, and I had a weird, like almost like out of body experience where, I was like first looking up, and it was like a circular room, and I could see like looked to be doctors, looking down at me in the bright light. And then I was up, looking down at myself. Nobody said like, oh, you almost died during, getting your adenoids took out or nothing. However, when I went to the recovery room to wake up from the anesthesia and something and all that stuff from the procedure, I told my parents I don't feel good. So I sat up on the bed, and I proceeded to like exorcist vomit up like really dark, like crimson blood just like went flying out of my mouth. It looked like rust colored, almost like a red rust color, and it looked old, like old blood, not like fresh blood, but it could have been from when they took out my adenoids, like maybe they hit something and didn't want to admit it, like, oh, but it was a ton of blood. It went everywhere. So kind of supernatural in a way. Then we only had one car at the time, and my mom needed the car later, and I had my license, and she said, do you and Andy want to go take your dad to work, because he was working second at the time. And we said, yeah, we can do that. I'm going to bring the car back, and because she needed the car for something. So we do that, and we're outside of Archville, Ohio, out in the country, leaving town. And then we go at a stop sign, and my brother is in the passenger front seat. Looks out the window, he's like, Jason, what's that? And I just had started going through the stop sign, and I stopped on the other side of the road, after the intersection. We pulled over, and up in the sky, hovering, it looks almost like kind of like an old-fashioned blimp, a dirigible, however you say that word. But it's like really long, like a football shape, and it's just sitting there, like up in the sky, not moving. And I was like, that's not a hot air balloon. That's not, one of those old-fashioned longer ones, or it's not the Goodyear blimp. We're like, what is that? While we're both watching it, it does this, and like it goes like a zigzag, and then like off into the distance, like, and it leaves a light trail as it does it, and just gone. So, I don't know of any aircraft that can do that. I was in the military, and obviously, I had at one point I had secret clearances almost the whole time. And then I had a top secret when I was in the Coast Guard Reserve because they needed that. But, I didn't really per se get involved. It was a need at no basis. So I wasn't in the flight programs of anything, or I don't know if that kind of stuff exists. But if it was something they were testing, why would they test in Archville, Ohio? There's no military bases, like an hour away is like an Air National Guard base or something in Toledo. But there's no like big military bases that I would think they would test that. I mean, they're like, oh, rural area, a bunch of, rednecks, they ain't going to realize what it is if we go test something that's unmanned. It would have to be unmanned. Nobody could withstand the G-force. Well, that happened. Then my wife, we moved in. to an apartment, our first apartment together. And throughout her life, she's had problems being like oppressed by demons. You know, we go to church. Well, we used to go to church together, and she used to go to church growing up. Right now, I just read the Bible, you know, on my own. I haven't found a church to go to around here. But anyways, so she knows she was getting oppressed because, you know, they pray for her and stuff would happen. I come back after, you know, using the restroom, getting a drink, and we had a night light on. We used to sleep with the TV on because she was afraid to sleep in the dark. We'd have the TV on, so that was like our night light. And I come in, and she's laying on her back, and over her face is like a demonic face, just like superimposed over it. And I couldn't say nothing, like nothing was coming out of my mouth. Like, you know, get out of there, leave her alone. But it kind of just like vanished, you know, like disappeared. Like when I saw that, I saw it. I don't know if it was trying to go in or what. But that was pretty crazy. It gave me. I have chills right now, but it gave me chills. You know, I don't know if you guys can see, but I got goosebumps. But anyways, I was like crying from it, you know, like because it's scary when something like that happens. Yeah. Then years later, we decided to go to Buck Cemetery, and I think we might revisit that and do like a vlog and take you guys along and show you Buck Cemetery. It's an old cemetery out in the middle of nowhere, outside of Stryker, Ohio. And we were walking back there because you had to park. Like you can't drive back there. You have to park way out, and it's like gated off. And there's no houses around anywhere, and we were smelling almost like flowers or laundry soap. It was weird. It was like supernatural smell, like just strange. Like, why were we smelling that? But I mean, as far as hearing anything, we didn't hear nothing. You know, we didn't see nothing. But yeah, I wonder if we were to like record out there, if it would pick up anything. We'll probably try that again. Now after dark, you're not allowed to be out there. You know, the only way you could do it is if like somebody dropped you off there, just in case a cop was not going down that back road. Oh, I lost track of time. Where's your car at? I don't know. Plus, I don't think my camera would pick it up because I just use my phone. I don't have like a professional camera with like a light on it or nothing. I have to use like, somebody have to have a flashlight, and then, you know, I don't have an infrared or nothing like that, or night vision. I'm trying to think if there's anything else unexplained, supernatural, possibly alien related. Can't really think of anything. Is there any stories I forgot, Amber?
Nothing I'm aware of.
Yeah, she was kind of listening in the background. Well,
Yeah, he's not talking about you though.
right. Well, I'm talking about stuff I witnessed. I didn't witness what you saw. Yeah. But I think that's all of my supernatural stories. Anybody's watching this, if you've had some, feel free to share them in the comments. Anything that's like unexplained, different, you know, I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, feel free to share. Well, one of my fish must have went some of my sandwich. It's in the back jumping around. Now, my parents, they said after I was born, I didn't witness this, but they said after I was born that they had a redwood fence, like by the driveway, separating their yard and the neighbor's yard. They look out the kitchen window, and there's two really big owls on it. They're like 3 foot or taller. I forget. They said either 3 or 4 foot tall, and they didn't look quite right. So, if any of you have read the Bible, they say that actually angels look kind of like owls. They have like a bunch of eyeballs on their wings, and some angels have more than one face going around their head. They're almost like scary looking when they show their true form. Excuse me. Maybe they were angels that my parents saw, and their mind couldn't comprehend it. It's kind of weird, And I was also, as a baby, I was sick. They originally thought I had like leukemia or something, but I guess I didn't. I had really high platelets, and I was like fighting off an infection or something. But my mom always said I had leukemia, but I like miraculously got cured by no medicine. But we found the medical records. Well, my sister did and gave them to me, but it doesn't say that I had it. But yeah, I was pretty sick there for a while. They said. So maybe it was guardian angels. Who knows? If you guys believe in any of that stuff, leave in the comments. If you don't, it's fine. It's my viewpoint on it. I just don't believe in ghosts. I believe that could be something else. I believe that people see things. Whether it's a demon trying to look like a loved one or something, or maybe it's how they perceive an angel, letting everything's okay with the loved one. I don't know. So I think I'm gonna do like these mukbangs periodically. Like I said, there's not gonna be any schedule to them, but I want to like share stuff with my wife, with you guys, almost like series. Like different. Like they'll have a theme. I'll talk about it, or maybe it's like a period of my life, or maybe it's just one story or whatever. So that way it's not just me sitting here shoveling food in my mouth. Maybe some people like that. There's people that are into, ASMR, where people just make eating noises while they eat. When I watch people, they don't necessarily have to be eating, but I do like, hearing different aspects of their life, like different facets, not just one little area. What do you do when you're not toy hunting? What are all your interests? That's why I like to do a variety of stuff. Or when we go somewhere, or if it's not even special, I might do my hometown vlog. I might do one of them, where I take you just around the town I grew up in. It's nothing special, but it's just, it's part of me. It helps you guys know where I'm coming from. I'm pretty much done. These are just crumbs, kind of like crinkly ones. As far as the review of the food, barbecue bourbon bacon burger was okay. It's not worth the money in my opinion. It's nothing special, nothing to write home about. The nuggets were normal. The sauce is the special thing. This ghost pepper ranch sauce is underwhelming severely. If you're looking for something spicy, this is not it. If you're looking for something that tastes like ghost peppers, like peppery, this is not it, in my opinion. Maybe if you're more sensitive to spice, you could pick it up, like the heat in it. I could not. Yeah. It just tasted kind of like a little bit of a zesty mayonnaise. I don't know. Fries, of course, are Wendy's fries. Either hit or miss. Since I warmed them up, they're definitely miss. The pop is just pop. But, yeah. That's all I got for this one. Until the next time, take care, and I'll see you then.